Hello and welcome back to Factory Town. In our last episode, we actually did a full complete build here of milk production so that we could trade it for reinforced iron plates, which means now if we had a rail network, we could actually deliver those into the general store here in town. But we don't have a rail network. But what I would like to do is maybe start to look at establishing one. This barn has still got a lot more coal to take in if I want to put it all in there, which I don't know if I do. But maybe we should establish a rail network this time. At least start establishing it. Actually, this is almost done. The question is, do I want to... Yeah, I'll just upgrade the barn. Who cares? That might just hold it all now. Once those chunks disappear, of course, the mine's going to keep mining the underground stuff, but that'll be fine. And what happened here again? No nails again. No coal again. Boy, if we weren't just talking about coal. Can I sneak this coal this way? I think I might be able to. Maybe. What do those little balls of grain look bigger than they used to? How high is this? 1, 2, 3. We could try the roller coaster method. Yeah, let's try the roller coaster method. Start here. Move this way a bit. And then I want to go down to the ground level. No, I want to turn first because once we do the down and then up again, yeah, let's turn it first. Turn here. Go exactly to there. And then I want to turn again here. And go down to the ground level. Like that. I'm going to have to help this along, though. So I need to stop it for a second. Let's see if this will work. And then I want to come right back up again. So we haven't done this before. I think it'll be fun. Whee! And then I think that'll go this way correctly. And change this intersection here then means that I'm deleting this and this and this and this and that and that and all of this and all of that. All the way back to there. Okay. And then this one comes in like this and connects to that. And that goes like this, and then we do this like that. Now the only question is, what happens when this gets backed up? Yeah, I don't know if the roller coaster method's going to work because of this. Because this coal's going to get backed up. And when it does... Alright, you know what? I'm going to power through this. Get that coal. Let's get that coal all mined. Well, you know, the other option is the better option, which is to take these out. And I can still go down that one extra slope there. Which means that here at this intersection... Yeah, that roller coaster method kind of scares me a little because it's relying on you being able to continue movement, and I don't think we can continue the movement. I don't think it's even possible. That goes like that. I guess that was fine. Whee! That's better. That's much better. Okay, and then that goes there, and then they can roll. Because this coal's going to back up on this chute, and then it'll get stuck there, and that's not good. So, this is much better. That's already full. Well, that didn't take long. Thought we would get it done by then. I guess not. No, there's a lot more here than I thought there was. There's 103 there, and at least I assume it's only doing the surface stuff to start with. Uh-oh. This goes up. And see, that didn't even work. Oh, because they were going fast enough. Well, that's not right. Alright, so I'm going to have to change this again. I can just fix it here. Yeah, it'll take a little bit of extra time, but I can just fix it here. We got nothing but time, right? Okay, and so this goes there. This goes there. Need a splitter in there, and then this can go in there. Splitters there and there. Alright, that works. It's always possible to be sneaky. Let that finish up, and we'll go ahead and replace this too. Almost done. Oops. Ah, forget it. We'll just... There we go. Okay, that's better. Now back to what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh yes, I wanted to build a rail network. Look at me. Okay, so let's change... Maybe... How high do I want this rail network to be? That's the real question. And I guess I should have potentially put this barn... No, that wouldn't help much. And where do I want this rail network to be? That's the actual question. Well, if we assume that these buildings are going to be in these three spaces, that means that the train station must be at least one tile away, like that, which means that the nearest the access rails can be, which we should probably look at doing magic rails. Although I don't know if the magic rails are faster for trains or just for minecarts. Oh, I can't do magic rails. They take fire crystals, fuel, mechanical rails. Okay, so the access rail would be here. That comes down into the station, which means that I probably want the circuit rail to be, I don't know, maybe 2 spaces away, just for fun. And how high do we want to go? Well, since there aren't going to be any buildings here in town eventually, we don't need to go super high. We're going to take all this stuff out, but we need to have it be high enough that it can miss the stuff for right now. I think the tallest thing we have are the... and the houses don't count. Other than crazy belts like this one, which I could adjust. The tallest things we have, I think, are going to be these machine shops. As long as we just go tall enough to avoid the roofs of those. Just aesthetically, I think you can plow right through them and it doesn't matter. But I think that'll be good. And actually, we could probably come down one more. To there. Yeah, that would work. I don't know how high that is. And this is from sea level, because this is a hill here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. Nope, we're going to do one more just so that I can be on the 12th height. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So we'll go there because that's that'll be 12 above sea level. Again, because there's this hill here. Yeah, that's 12 above sea level. I think it's 12 above sea level. That's sea level. That's 1. That's 1. That's 1. Yeah, that's sea level. Okay. And so then I think we can just take the rail, and this side here can be much nearer, because there aren't going to be actually anything on these sides going forward. It's really just going to be the buildings on this end and this end. The only other issue is one rail going to be too crowded for all the trains we have coming in here? And should I have multiple loops that take different buildings items? But I guess that's something we could add later, just by having like another space and then having another rail out like here. I think that would be okay. The other option is we could even have the rails in closer by putting them like at this line and then having them exit out this way. So we could even have an inner rail here. So we could have like one here, or you can have a couple of them in here and have them kind of spaced out a little. So that's an option too. So in that case, let's take this one out maybe, I don't know, this far. Let's see if we, 1, 2, 3. I think we'll go like here above this belt arbitrarily. And then we need to plan for another building here. And then a train station here, which that's not going to fit right, so I'm going to have to space it to there. And then a access rail would be right where this road is, which is fine because that road's actually not necessary anymore. This would be where our access rail is. Here. No, wait, the access rail needs to be right up against the building. Yeah, the access rail needs to be up against the building. Which means that I want to change my positioning of this. Or no. Yeah, I should. So let's do another... one of these. You go away. You come in and turn. Careful. Like that. Because yeah, that access rail needs to be here in up against the building. So access rail goes here. Which means that we'll do our elevation point here. And I don't know... well, let's just do it this way. Because I don't know what the height is. This is going to be fun. There we go. To here. And now I need to be careful. Oh, we're way above all those belts except for perhaps this one. That's fine. And then we need to go... okay, that makes it easier. We need to go this way some distance that I'm not sure of what it is. So I guess we should potentially plot this out. I was hoping... hoping... hoping. Let's change... do some different hope here. Put a barn in here. Like that. Like that. Grabber. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to store up 200 coal for this process. And hopefully that's enough because I want to take this chute out because I want to put some houses in this area. Are you almost done? Almost, actually, yes. Looks like we got about 200 left, or less than 200 left. Hopefully this works out well. Okay, so the rails can come this way then somehow, and then this one can obviously come this way, but we need to fix that belt, I think. So let's take this belt out back here someplace. Actually, let's take it out from here. Come down. Oh no! Don't do that. Doggone it. That's why you gotta be careful. I need to see where I can reasonably put this, and I think the reasonable place is one support and one other thing. Come down and then connect into that. That only comes down by one. Oh, it might not work. There. And then there. Or maybe it will. Let's see. Can't hurt to see, right? Okay, so if I do this, I just figured this out as we were doing these. If I put my cursor down here after I've clicked it on the rail, then I can get it in line and then I can control it better. Anybody getting stuck? No. And I don't know about the mana crystals. I guess we could do another research just to see if they move fine. Yeah, why not? Let's just do elemental jewelry. Just to get the mana crystals to move. Actually, they're not going to move. Because I have to pick something that takes them, which would be, at this point, the mana reactor, which needs base level 9 done. Gosh, what does base level 9 need? Oh boy, the magic jewelry. We're gonna have to make that, I guess. But we can sell it anyway at the specialty goods, so we're gonna have to make it anyways, eventually. You're almost done. $8, $21, and $43. It's like 70 left. But at least that's our basic rail network. I can also move this all around if I need to. If the mana crystals get stuck, I can fix it. So I think I'm gonna have to leave that alone and go and do something else now, because we can't finish it until I know exactly where I need to put the last houses at here. So let's go make something else. So we made the reinforced iron planks. Reinforced planks. That's what they are. Out here, reinforced iron plates are a satisfactory thing. We already have the mana bricks going, or set up. We haven't hooked them up. We have them set up. And they're going to actually cause us a problem at some point, or are we getting enough coal from the deep mining? We're not getting any mana, or any earth boosting. Oops. Why are we not getting earth boosts? Because it's jammed, because there's too many in here. Doggone it. Okay, I'm gonna put a silo in, I think. Just to serve as a storage point. And then let's take these into here. And then disconnect that, reconnect that, and then take this one around like this. And I think that'll work as long as I set up this as a bypass. I think that'll be fine. Oh, they're not bypassing. That's the problem. This needs to be set up with a bypass. Likewise. Oh, that's not right. That's not right either. Oh, maybe it is right as long as this one isn't bypassing. This one shouldn't be bypassing because that's the shrine. Working now? I think it's working now. No, the bad ones are still getting through. So these can't be a bypass, which means that I need to reverse the logic here a little bit. Not reverse the logic, but... yeah, reverse the logic, I guess, is the right term to use. Okay, let's, right. Oh, well, that didn't work. Alright, those are going in the base then, I guess. We need to split them. Vectors. This one goes this way. And then the good ones come out. 2 spaces, we'll say. Why are the bad ones coming out? No, the bad ones come out. Never mind. Then it splits here. And they go into there. No, this needs to be... let's move one of these mana connectors here. And then we'll put one on this end. There, 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 and then that can come out. There, 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 into there. And then that can go into that. Like that, I think. And then we just need splitters here. You go, you go, you go. And I don't need the silo now. I actually don't have enough now that I've deleted them and sent them to the base. Go get the ones in the base. Let's see. Base is here. Mana connector. This is the base. Yep. Oh, it tells you when your mouse over. Look at that. Mana pipe. And then I only want earth and depleted earth out of here. And I think I can just plug it right into there. We unlocked the elemental jewelry. Okay, so that's a good buffer amount. There's 10 in there. There may be a few in the circuit here, and that should be fine. Alright, so we should be much better now. Glowy purple bits. Alright, back to what we were doing. What were we doing? We talked about this, that it's now set up. We just need to wire it all up. So the next thing we can do, after the first two things, is nails. But I want to do nails and shoes and leather for shoes all together like we did this here. Because we might as well do it all together like we did here. So we aren't going to be able to finish this, and I don't think in this episode, but we can at least get it started. Because it's going to take a bit of building and planning in order to accomplish. So this is a nearly flat area here. Let's take out some of the stuff here, and we might even take out this iron. But we'll see. So for this whole arrangement, nails, leather, and shoes, we're going to need 2 workshops that are steam boosted making shoes. So let's just put these down kind of staged out a little bit. Should I go uphill or downhill? Should always go downhill if I can avoid it. 2 of those making shoes. For the leather, we need to have a total of 6 pastures making leather. 4 of them as earth boosted plus 1 upgrade for the shoes, and 2 of them making the leather we need for the store. So pasture. One, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'll have to do some leveling here too. Take these trees out. I don't care that much about trees. We can plant more trees. Because I don't know if I want those. And this is not a straight line, uneven hill here. This is a nice curve. It's not straight anywhere, unfortunately. I may do some leveling, or I may not. As long as we have the connectors, we should be fine. And then those 6 pastures are being fed by 7 grain mills, of course. Can I accomplish this with less or different numbers? So, for the shoe. We need to have 2.4 shoes per second, up to 2.5, but 2.4 will work. So these 2 are steam boosted, but not air boosted. Because this will produce 4, and we only need to produce 6 to get 1.2, then double that to get 2.4. So then we need to have 4.8 leather coming in here. The pasture, when it makes leather, can make a half a leather with the base amount of workers. The earth boost will put us up to 1 leather per second. And then each additional upgrade to the pasture will give us an additional 1/4 of a leather per second. Because it'll give us the equivalent of 2 workers. Each upgrade will. So we need to have a total of 4.8 plus up to 3 to sell in the store. Up to 3.33 to sell in the store. So 4.8 plus 3.33. I have a calculator? I do not have a calculator. Is 8.13. Now, if we have 6 pastures, so divide 8.13 divided by 6, that's 1.35. And that is items per second. That's leather per second. I might just spread these out, I'm sure, but 1.35 leather per second means that we need to have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 divided by 8 is 1.5. 1.5 times 6 is 9. Let's do that. That'll be a little overproduction, but I think it'll be fine. It'll be 9 instead of 8.13, but we can do that kind of overproduction. So we're going to aim for having 9 leather total being made per second. Which means those all need earth boosts and 2 upgrades. Let's double check that number. So the base will be 4 leather. This will give us 2 upgrades will give us another 100%. So that's plus 200%. So 4 times 3 is 12. Yep. So 1 each of these. 1 each of these. All the way around. And it doesn't show the accurate speed yet until we put the earth boost in place. So each, so in order to feed 1.5 leather per second, we need to provide 6 feed per second at a grain mill. 6 feed per second is going to be and this is where we stuck, because this is where I said I needed 7. Well, maybe I'll get by with 6. Let's see. We need 6 each, and we don't actually need a full 6 each, but we need to have, this is 4. If we air boosted it, that would be 8, which is 4 per second. So each of these can only produce 5 per second. Because it's 4, 8, 10 divided by 2. So 5 per second per grain mill can make 1.25 leather. Which is only 7.5. That's not enough. So we are going to have an extra grain mill. Which makes this kind of sticky. Because we need to balance it. Unless we just did the 2 pastures that are making the leather we need for the store separate. That might have to be what we end up having to do. And then we have 3 grain mills feeding those 2, and then 4 grain mills feeding the 4 here. These all need to be air and steam boosted. And then we're going to need 1 farm per grain mill, as we've done before for grain farms. This needs to be built closer. I can't build any unit train. That's fine. We'll deal with it anyway. But I think that's kind of what we're going to have to end up doing. We're going to have to end up making the leather that goes into the store directly separate so that we can have 3 grain mills feeding that. And actually, those grain mills don't need to be steam boosted. They only need to be air boosted. So that'll work out better. But I think we're going to leave it here mid-build of this. We kind of spent a bit too much time on the other things over here. We still haven't... Oh, yes, we have. Take the workers out. 0 workers. Empty out the cache, and then it'll go into the barn, and then we can delete that mine and clean up some of the space and be able to plan where those final, those corner houses go, although one's going to be right here where the school is. But we'll be able to plan where those corner houses go in the next episode, and then be able to see where that rail line can go. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.